If you move the foremost box like backwards, you'll make it fun. Well, you'll make that fun.
That'll be fun. It's gonna be dumb. Oh, that's unfortunate.
What happens when you run out of sticks?
You die, game over.
Well, the sticks seem to still be fine down there.
Come back up, water.
Hey, King, what can we do you for?
I'm observing you humans in your natural habitat. It fascinates me.
Also, I hate you all. I am the king. Yeah.
I was just wondering, because he was like sitting there and staring, and I was like... That was weird.
Oh, where even go with this?
You got a smoky!
Ah!
Oh, God!
Flee! Flee for justice!
Why are there electric squiggles
get the
in
fuck
the
out of here.
water depot?
Do I get anything if I kill them?
No.
Cool, get the fuck out. Not worth it. Is there anything below here?
No.
Cool, going to the other side. Watch something, man. She's slowly sailing.
It's not that bad. The water temple in Ocarina of Time was worse than this, and even that one's not that bad.
No, that one's not awful.
Like, don't blow yourself up.
See why the water's annoying? I just sit here. Old pouty face.
You can do laps.
Look
Work
upset
on your
here.
cardio.
Link's totally an exercise bra.
I get swole.
You know, reasons I'd be bad at this sort of situation in real life starts with I would destroy things in ancient temples. I've read enough books. I know that's a bad idea. They'd be like, you know, every time he breaks one of those pots, I'd be like, no, that belongs to an ancient god, and they're already pissed off enough that people aren't worshiping them.
Well, in reality,
So
that
you
would,
mean watch enough Supernatural?
in reality, that would just mean you
Well,
would
they
get
did
no
in
money.
Drums too.
Yeah.
I also watched a lot of Hercules and Xena as a child. Those gods were really mad, and people were still worshiping them, just not as many, and they were furious. So, yeah, no, I learned. I was like, if I piss off gods, they'll act like Hera. Just fucking murder me in my sleep.
I don't like that.
Turn everybody
To be
alive
fair,
in
Hera's a
trees.
fairly angry god. She has a lot of
In her
problems.
defense, though, she's the goddess of marriage, and her husband fucks everything that moves.
Yeah.
You know, her has dealt a bad rep
Chris-
because...
First he
It's
forms
never-
like he assumes a form of weird of just animals, and then he fucks anything that moves. He has to.
It's weird, like, I'd be curious, too.
First he pierces women as oxes or sheep or things, and he's like, "Hey, wanna fuck? You're a cow! What the fuck?"
I personally like the golden shower of rain on Perseus' mother, and then she was pregnant. Like that wasn't even a thing that could fuck. I thought, and then suddenly she.
Wrong.
And there was born the golden shower.
That wouldn't even surprise me. The Greeks were kind of fucked up.
My personal favorite was
Romans were much better.
when Zeus got predicted by the fates or something like that his next child would be the one that ends his life.
Dad.
No, it was Zeus. They were predicted that his next child would kill him, and so he's like, "All right, I just won't have any children." And then, not Athena, but was it Athena the one with the owl?
Yes, I think it's the one with
It
the
was
owl.
like Athena just popped out of his skull, and he's like, "All right, this can't possibly be the one who's gonna kill me. I'm gonna arm him."
He ate the mom.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I made you pregnant. You look delicious. suspicious, and so, actually, she didn't just pop out. What she did was she built herself a set of armor in his bed.
So out of his bones, pretty much.
He had the world's first migraine. And then Hephaestus came in and was like
beat the shit out of him with his hammer.
He was like, you have to make this better. So he opened his skull with a hammer, and Athena was just like, I am free.
And he was like, alright, this can't possibly be the one that's gonna kick my ass.
And the weird thing is,
it's like his favorite chick kid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
You built a set of armor in my head. Good job.
Oh, you're so clever. Oh, my head really hurts.
Does anyone have some Tylenol? Jesus. I mean, Zeus's.
Zeus's.
I'm so angry. I'm an angry wall.
So grumpy, grumpy.
Mr. Chance. You gotta do your dance.
Fuck you, Brad. You're
On the Space Jam.
Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam.
Alright.
Put your hands in the air if you feel fine.
Yeah. That movie was great. Even though it was so awful. But I love Space Jam. I love the shit out of Space Jam.
I think anybody who watched it as a kid did.
I watched it as an adult and I love Space Jam. My favorite statues, I forgot.
Ha!
You're not very good at being a statue.
No, it was a good show, but I didn't know it was a good show until I was older and watched it on Netflix.
What?
Home movies.
Mm.
Home movies was great.
I don't like home movies.
It's because you're a communist.
Okay, Brad, let's go with that. I thought the movies was very meh. It's not bad. I'm just kind of like, I just don't really think it's that great. Isn't this the opposite of the shows you loved as a kid you watch now? You're like, wow, this is fucking terrible. Have you ever gone back and actually watched Thundercats?
Yes.
It's not very good.
Sailor Moon.
I made in a long time.
Sailor Moon was terrible. I couldn't get past halfway through the first episode.
Yes, the tuxedo mask.
Tuxedo Mask.
He never really fought. You know, he very rarely fought anybody. What he usually did was come in, throw a rose into concrete, which is impressive in its own
Is there
way.
anything to do
No.
here?
And be like, Sailor Moon, you can fucking do this. And she'd be like, oh,
I
I was fucking up till now, but you're right. I'm stupid. Let's do things.
Except you take that voice for Sailor Moon and run it through like an air filter full of like harsh, sharp, rusty metal, and that's her voice in the dub.
Her voice is balloons. I
horrible.
wanted to see what helium would do to my voice.
He's kind of her really fancy therapist.
Really handsome, fancy therapist.
I was trying to turn that into a sex thing, and I couldn't figure out how to make fucking therapists go together.
Sex therapist. It's a therapist.
Therapist sounds too much like a rapist, or like a surrogate rapist.
All I can think of is just
An analyst.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm the very first analytical therapist.
I'm an analyst. I've been at the
It's
title.
not how it reads. It sounds different when you actually say it. I'm not worried about how it sounds.
I don't have the song yet. Do we get here? Sure hope so.
Well, you read a thing.
Come on! Oh, that's right. I have to call him. He's like, okay. Donk, 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 donk.
He's very upset you woke him from his 1,000-year nap.
How dare
Is
I?
he trying to crush you right now?
No, he's trying to follow me.
Okay.
He's my buddy.
You fall off the edge. Oh.
I would have laughed so hard.
Just too far ahead.
That would have been very not cool, bro.
Now, what I want to wonder is, where is where do some of these things that are in Wind Waker fit into like the Ocarina of Time lore?
Like this shit?
Like the tower. Smooth.
I forgot I could jump with it. In my head, I was like, man, I get thrown pretty far. You can't throw him very far.
Yeah, I do the same thing every time. But like the Tower of the Gods, Valoo, fucking the Earth and Wind Temple, the Earth and Wind Sages, like none of these things were actually like. Where did these all just pop up in the short amount of time between Ganon being imprisoned and Ganon coming back?
I explained it really simply. It's a fucking game that they didn't want to copy themselves. If they were just like, hey, look, it's the same sages again, you'd have been like, wow, this is dumb. Miyamoto, you suck.
See, they created these stupid time holes by making the official timeline.
Yeah, I know.
Hell, they didn't even have to make the official timeline. This is a direct sequel.
I don't even... To what?
Ocarina of Time.
Not direct sequel.
Yes,
It's
it
like-
is. It takes place a few hundred years in the future, but it's a direct sequel.
No, even though the
Few
split
hundred
timeline people
years?
did. No, Majora's Mask is a direct sequel.
Well, yes, because it happens right after, but this game happens. There is no
You
game
can't have
between.
two direct sequels.
There is no game between this and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's a direct sequel
To which timeline though? I still like
to the winning
I still
timeline.
like the split timeline theory, like the.
It's a good theory, and it works. It just makes a lot of plot holes.
I really don't like the official timeline. Like I know it's the official timeline, but even if I see it, I'm always like.
The official timeline is the split timeline theory, though.
But it's like no, it's like 3 timelines though. And it's dumb.
Alright, the third timeline is a cop-out to try and quit the spirit, like the very first games, and I think the Oracle games.
Like I think the best timeline actually is Game Trailers. Game Trailers has the best timeline in my opinion. I'm like, wow, this makes all complete sense. And in that one, they're just like, blah, blah, blah. What do we want? Oh, okay.
That is very Nintendo of that company.
I mean, so, well, they can do what they want. Like, look at the Wii. The Wii was a retarded system. Like, it wasn't a good system technologically, or like.
Yeah,
the
they had
entire
some of the best games last gen.
Yeah, the entire system was a gimmick. But Nintendo's like, I'm Nintendo. I'll make a game about fucking like little like a guy who rides birds in the air and has swords. Oh my god, like Zelda. It's just like they can do what they want, and like it just they're so successful at it. Also, they sold.
You say it's a gimmick, but it's not really a gimmick when it actually catches on and it shapes the future of gaming.
It's fun gimmick, mostly because by that I mean I hate all like motion controlling and 3D graphics. Right, I was using on joystick. Like I get it's not the worst thing in the world, but like I don't want the Kinect to exist. Like I'm sick of people trying to be like Xbox trying to be like, look at the Kinect, and I want them to stop it. I don't want them to make games that are fun as
That's
opposed
because
to.
the Kinect's dumb and it's destroying Rare. Poor Rare.
That's true. I need time to get over there. I can't get there yet. Is that still open? Nope, I didn't think so. And then also with like PlayStation Move, it's like they made like those controls, and like then everyone's like, we have to make games that have these controls. Like, stop it!
They really didn't though.
They did for a little bit, and then they're even like, but then PlayStation actually, to be fair, I think they were the smartest. They were like, hey, guys, we may have made the move, but even we know that was dumb. Let's just stop like altogether, and then they just quit. They're like, okay, no more of that. It was a terrible idea.
I mean, to be fair, they did motion controls before even Nintendo did motion controls.
With the eye?
Yeah.
That was very bad, though.
And there were a couple things it worked with.
I remember how I get across this. I don't remember.
Gee, if only you had just learned something.
Oh, that's right.
Something that could assist you with this.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. It's not this room. I was just wondering, like, I ended up doing, like, really weird. Yeah, I'm so slow.
Loki must cross the Bifrost.
Can I make him stand still if I hit back? Does he just stay there?
Better hope so.
Yeah, he does. I'd be really sad if he didn't.
What the hell are you trying to
Alright, now throw him in the pit.
No.
Sub-boss!
I'm sorry, the sub-boss? Really? I guess I need the arrows. Oh, it's the Dark Nut. Alright, whatever.
It's your very first Dark Knight.
I thought they were kind of like dogs.
It is cow-like with like the helmet. If you get the armor off, that's totally dog.
Oh, yeah, now it's a dog. With the helmet.
Gimme!
The way the helmet.
Gimme! I'll be
He's like, nope.
The way the helmet. The way the helmet's
Nope.
shaped.
Gimme!
Die.
Oh, I even hit A. Oh well.
Dude, took his jewelry.
No, he's all, yo, what the hell, bro?
You ever know it was my swag?
That's
What
unfortunate.
was that?
I don't know. I hit. Isn't B hit with the sword?
No, A is. He's throw.
I didn't even throw though. I just dropped it.
Watch out, he knows Kung Fu. And it's better than yours. What?
I like how it almost. Like,
He
I
just
like how
almost
this-
like spitting back kicked you.
I know, and I doubted it.
So great.
I kind of like how this game kind of draws on lots of different mythology. Like the earlier
You want
fairies were
mythology.
Totally...
You want mythology.
Well,
You should
like-
see Skyward Sword.
Oh, that's Skyward Sword, but that was totally Anubis right there.
It did kind of look like him a lot. Except for the medieval suit of armor, but yeah, I agree with the, like the dog head and the way he was.
The dog head and the way he moves around, it was so Anubis.
Anubis' Kung Fu is better than yours.
Ugh, I know. He's just so good at the kung fu.
He,
Oh, God.
he trained us though.
That dungeon. I want to play Skyward Sword again just for that dungeon. Technically could. I just need to get the game.
Have it.
Intriguinger and intriguinger.
Once again, I have it. Oh, I don't like this at all. Oh, okay. I don't know why I was being stupid there. Like, I'm used to the games where you have to hold down X and then like look around. And I was like, I can't look around if I'm holding down the button to look around. I was being dumb.
Just shit at the arrows.
Why can't I do that? See,
Good practice.
You could also put the bow and arrow on the R button.
That'd be smarter. Logically, Brad, it makes sense. But I don't like your logic. Oh, I need to swing from this side, don't I?
Oh yeah. You just swing from later.
Assuming the game will let you swing.
I'm coming for your statue, buddy! I got you!
I came back for you, Loki.
Oh, it's a poor choice. I tried to stop. I couldn't.
That's a poor choice.
You just owned Loki.
Is he over there? Yeah, we're good. We're good. He's fine!
Just owned him.
I didn't have the right choice. Look, he was a
He
bitch.
didn't raise him as his own and then lied to him and didn't tell him who he really was, but that was a pretty cool dad. He's a motherfucking Odin.
Actually, Odin was like the king of douches in God's terms. He was worse than Zeus.
And that's saying something.
That is saying something.
In the world of shitty god fathers, Odin takes the cake.
Oh.
I can't remember which Hindu god it was, but he was threatened, and they're like, "I will castrate you." And his response is, "No one shall castrate me but myself." In which and then he cut off his own dick.
He had to prove a point, Tori.
He had to prove a point.
That's a very American mentality, in my opinion. You're gonna hurt me? Fuck you! I'm gonna hurt me! What you gonna do now? I don't know.
So then he couldn't find his dick after he cut it off. It like, I don't remember.
Ran away?
I don't know what the situation was, but I remember like his dick disappeared.
Guys, have you seen my penis?
So they went out and got him a new dick, and they just cut off like the biggest bull they could find and sewed one on.
Should I go back to the room? I'm gonna go back to the room so I don't forget.
So one of the Hindu gods has a giant bull dick.
This way. That's cool. And by cool, I mean weird.
That's mythology.
Everyone knows it's butters.
My mom wanted to be a mythology major, so I know a lot about mythology. And instead she went into accounting.
That's
That's
weird.
a switch.
Makes sense to me.
I wanted to be an art major and I went to language. That makes sense.
be fair though, you went to sign language. It's kind of
No, I'm going into linguistics.
oh, that's true.
Sign language is more like my minor.
I don't know why.
Awesome for her.
I wanted to develop video games, and I instead broke into my main campus's like office, forged a degree, and moved back home.
Ah, that explains a lot, actually.
Way to say it on the internet.
Now he's dead forever.
Ha 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 ha! Flee, flee, flee. Flee, 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 flee.
You're gonna trigger the switch and like 8 dark nuts again up here.
Something just popped over my head.
Or a treasure chest.
Yeah, well, I'd be really disappointed if it was just like 8 darkness. I'd be like, man, Brad, I made some poor choices today.
God, fighting 8 dark nuts in that tiny room. Everything would be miserable.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's just a treasure chest. Though. Like, it's always just a treasure chest. Or treasure chart, I mean. It's the only problem with this game is that,
There
like,
it is.
you're like, I got a treasure chart, which means I have to go get a treasure chart.
Oh wait, you can't check it.
Reese,
Watch
read
out.
my things. We're here to glump and take cups of tea. You're all loving tea.
Let me hit your butt. Hitting up Steve.
Yep.
Chatting up El Capitan.
What the fox actually says. Does it show me the Carfax?
No.
Is it sure it's not damage slippy? I think she's dead.
Neither of them care.
Right.
I'm just like, that's strange. Could go look at it. Or I
Sometimes-
could lie down.
Sometimes she'll chase it now. We've done it enough to her that sometimes she'll chase it. I think it's cuter because she's like, should I chase it? I'm gonna pretend I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Is it a cat kind of day? I think in here.
If it's based off history, she's in Tori's room destroying Tori's stuff. I mean, throwing up on Tori's floor.
Yeah, King released the hairball on my floor last night.
I thought you released
Released
it.
Your
Like a
bedroom
kraken.
floor or your
Where are you
bathroom
going?
floor?
There's another treasure chest over here.
Alright.
King probably just wants to like leave some sort of a mark in every room.
There's also a Wizorb apparently.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, thought you were on electric. You're just jumping.
No, Wizorbs in this
You
dungeon.
go on electric right to stun you first.
You have to stun him.
I have to?
Yes.
What are you doing right now? In the butt.
Didn't know Wizorbs were in this dungeon.
Yep.
Quick, use your ice arrows.
Yeah, man. Got a lot of those.
But it's an instant kill.
Whatever, I got him anyway. He dead. He ain't coming back, Brad.
Ah! Ah! I'm in bed! No! Ah!
That one has a lid! It's okay!
This is like I didn't do it.
Oh no!
It's okay. You're fine.
So you're okay. You're okay.
Definitely mama.
It's one of the few times Clip's like, it's not my fault!
That it's not. Impressively.
Oh, good.
Torn messing things up again. He goes up.
Do you have any airheads left, Brad?
What?
Do you have any airheads left?
I'm an orange.
You don't want it.
Yep, it's the orange and then it's the sour mustard.
Can you move the table like that way just a little bit?
That's not the table mover. That's the drawer mover. That's a table.
Thanks. I just want to make sure that
Ow! Ooh, that was
Watch
bad.
out for your toes.
I want to make sure that I get all the
Oops, so.
bright red out of the carpet
That'd be smart.
before we have to pay for a really expensive carpet to replace. Because there's giant red dots.
Jared's already given up on an apartment.
Well,
At least he said he's paying for it.
Gwen's being a dick. Of course he is.
It's not Gwen. It's called, what kind of Gwen?
And his friends burned holes in your carpet.
Yep, that one.
If any of your friends burn holes in the carpet, first of all, I'm going to be surprised because I don't know what they'd be doing.
I'd be surprised. I have friends.
Yes, you have friends.
I have friends that aren't here right now.
You're going to with one of them to Comic-Con.
He's in New York.
What's wrong with Justin?
I'm just talking about Justin.
Alright.
You're a terrible person.
And out of all of your friends, he's the one most likely to burn holes in the carpet.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. Because he's burned a hole in my basement carpet.
I'm trying to give yourself a tattoo. That would be mean. That really is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You ready for some math?
I don't want this one.
I love that expression. So in a room, it's like, oh, it's this one.
Alright, Snow White. Calm down.
It's sticky.
I was telling because you were singing while you were cleaning.
Oh, what was the girl's face in Enchanted? What was her? I mean, I know it's Amy Adams. But what's her character's name?
Ella?
Yeah.
Giselle.
Giselle.
Think of her 'cause she has a singing happy working song.
It's one of my favorites, like, because it's one of the few times where the, like, quote-unquote prince is actually, like, logically, he's like, wait, why are people fucking singing?
Oh, he's the best. He's like, how do you all know this song?
I wasn't there during the rehearsal.
You know, it's easy to hit from them all.
I know. It's really. Oh, I don't want. Our target is weird too.
Patrick Dempsey was wonderful in that movie.
Really.
Yes,
Let's talk about the game.
I know.
I had no problem with Patrick Dempsey.
Okay. Why?
It's Patrick fucking Dempsey.
He killed my puppy. And the great
You
Dempsey.
should know my parents still have not asked about the stolen groceries.
Alright.
Which means you got free stolen groceries.
Woo!
For life. Do they have all? That one and that one hit. Okay. Oh.
You're really bad at this jumping.
No, its problem is like I try to like I'm trying to think when you jump and like hold back a little bit so you don't like over jump it. Because I'm landing around the edge. The problem is like you can't hold back. If you hold back, you just don't jump. I'm playing too many. I've been playing too many like Mario games, where like that actually works in platform because Mario can't turn around and grab onto the side of the platform.
This isn't a platformer.
I know. There should be a treasure chest too bad.
Fortress.
But I was lied to. Where's my treasure chest, Brad?
What's that?
I think you
Just,
missed a thing. Was that the thing?
Yes.
There's a little.
You're not
Magic.
gonna make that thing.
Nope. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Do,
take my time.
do, do, do,
You gotta complete this dungeon.
Okay.
Because you haven't completed a dungeon yet.
I know. To be fair, one of them was I was half like 3/4 through and I had to eat. And the other one you were just playing the whole thing, so.
Also know if you go to Comic-Con in Justin's place, you may be pressured into buying Pokemon.
That's fine.
Because we're probably gonna go to the Pokemon release event.
To be fair, I wouldn't care.
To be fair, it's at the Nintendo store, so it's not like it's a GameStop thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an official thing.
You realize I also don't have a problem with GameStop. I think they're like I think as a company they're kind of douchey, but like they're there to make money, and if they're gonna sell me games, then fuck it.
You see, there's a difference between a GameStop in this event and the one at the fucking Nintendo store.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Especially the New Year's Nintendo store. That's actually pretty sweet.
Ow!
Wow!